Hi. Hello. It's been a while. I I'm still like, am I live? Is this thing on? But I think it is. It's me. It's Anna. I'm here. It's been a while, and I'm really happy to be here with you. And yes, I got some things that I've been thinking about lately that I was like, okay, this is material for a Facebook Live. This just has to go out there. And today I had a coaching session where the words just clicked into place to some things that I've been thinking on for quite a while. So yes, so I wanted to share that. So let's just see if someone else is hopping on live, and please ask a question and so on if you start to think about something. So the thing that I've been thinking about, and maybe you see the description to this, is from being burnt out versus keeping the fire lit. So I've been a lot lately in like looking at the energy of from what space am I creating? From what space am I choosing to create my life? I'm sitting right now here in my studio. You're seeing my painting stuff here. And this is like my happy place, like where I can just like play around. And I like to always move the furnitures around and painting the walls. Like this is what I like to do, like just changing things and making it a space that is comfortable for me. And yeah, maybe that can like bring a vibe also to you. Like what spaces do you like to be in, like actually physically? What spaces are you in that give you something and that provides a nice sensation for you? Because that is like really affecting us, some more and some less. For me, like the environment is kind of something that affects me a lot. Like when I'm somewhere that I feel good, I feel really, really good. And some people are not as affected by it, but I am. So I like to do this kind of things. And this is not what I was going to talk about, but yeah, just a side thread. So the thing is like, how do I get into this? When we can create in different ways. We can create like in spurts, like giving out a lot of energy, doing that, and then maybe we get tired. And then we go out again and we get tired. At least this is my way of functioning. I know that I was at one time I was volunteering for a place that was like I was cooking food on a retreat. And this kind of task is something that you do monotonous, like to be able to do that several times a day for a lot of people, you kind of need that rhythm that is steady. So you just like go on that way. And I just got to notice that that is so not my way of creating. Like I like to do a lot and then I go do something else. And then I do a lot and then I go do something else. So this kind of task for me got me totally burnt out. Like that week for me was I was so not in alignment with what is my way of being and creating. And that was so good information for me because I got to see that, wow, we're just working in different ways. We're functioning in different ways. And that way was like not my way, which is so good because then that is a work that can be so much better for someone that loves to do it that way. But this then got me to think about that we actually work in different ways, and how can I then use my way of like having spurts of energy in a way that doesn't burn me out, but actually continue to keep my fire lit. And it's like, I can do that from if I don't have my fire burning, so to speak, I have to kickstart the motors every time. Like I have to get all the gears going before I get like fire moving. And I mean, that takes so much energy, you know? Then you have to start from scratch, and maybe you create a lot, but then you kind of like get the burnt out sensation. Like it doesn't really generate more in a way, because it generates there and then it goes away. So what really has been, I have not been having these words on it, but what I have been exploring now during the last couple of months has really been like, from what space am I creating? From what space am I creating my life? Like, from what space am I living my life? And I've seen that I live my life so much from what it looks like to other people. And that insight has been like quite sensational to see what big amount that I care about how other people see me. And I know that I'm not alone with this, but I also know that I do it more than other people I know. So that has really been something to look at for me, to be like, okay, from what space am I choosing this? Am I choosing this for me, or am I choosing this because I think this person or this setting or this culture or this environment will like it? And then to get to know, like, but what do I want? Like on a deeper level, to be like, what is this space for me when it's calm, when I feel like home, when I'm grounded, when I'm myself, when I don't have to prove anything, when I don't have to spurt from thinking that I'm not doing enough, but actually create from, oh, I have this space and I like this space so much that I'm just going to take one more action that is in the same direction as that energy. That has been so different for me, to like in the way that I am creating my life. And I've been so much more kind to myself, to what I am choosing, and making different choices that I like a while ago would not even consider, because I was like, it would not fit the image of what I would like my life to be like. And now I'm like, okay, but is this part of an energy that I like, even if it doesn't really look the way that I thought that this energy was going to be? And that is so much like, it's a much more softer universe for myself that creates something different. And this is what I believe so much is, when people get burnt out, and even that we use that term, that is what got so interesting for me in the session today. Like, actually, like when we have a lot of fire, but we don't, like, either if we don't know how to direct it or where to direct it, or thinking that we need a direction, it's just like fire goes everywhere, and maybe it goes like up in the head. And I mean, you know how that is like not nice to be like having fire in your head, because you cannot think clearly, you cannot get to any rational like ideas and so on. And especially you will be quite far away from your intuition as well, because it's fire. You have to like take down the fire first, and then you can make something different. I mean, look at how different that is from getting how the energy, like the source of life, like this sensation of energy, life force being just filled into your system, like you being the fire, that being just part of your experience in a way. From that place, you will have so much energy to just direct it. It doesn't have to go out there and there and there and, oh, prove this and have this and do that. But instead it will be like, okay, I'm here, I'm me. Now what do I choose? I'm also reading a book right now that is so good. It's called The Magical Approach. Maybe it's not the right, maybe it's like a mirror effect here, but it's called The Magical Approach by Jane Roberts. And it's a lady who is channeling being a personality called Seth. And he talks about basically like the structures of how life and universe works. And it's quite amazing. It's really getting words to a lot of thoughts that I've been having lately, and especially like this one, the magical approach, because this one is combining, like he's talking about how it's not either or intuition or intellect, but if we use and if we rely only on the intellect, then we will like be burnt out in the head and we will not get into any solutions or anything. But if we only go to the magical approach, so to speak, like trusting the universe, like that approach, that will not be any action. And this, like, that is why this book has been so like now just popping in place for me, like the combination of that, like getting the action from being like, okay, I actually live in a physical universe. It's physical things. My life is like based on different ways that I am moving through life. How do I combine that with the magical approach? And if I'm having the magical approach with me at the same time that I'm including the intellect, that I'm including all these aspects of being in a physical world, what can I create? So what if this is as well a way to move out from being burnt out, move away from having to create and then nothing, or and so on, like that it's actually coming to be grounded in a sensation, a space that we want to function from, and from that space life can bloom. So these are some thoughts that I've been having lately. And yeah, I'm just myself quite stunned how when we let go of the way we think things are supposed to be, life surprises us in a way that maybe doesn't like fit that image that we thought, but actually brings a softer and more flexible way of living. So yeah, I think that's it for now. And please, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about here, please ask them, and I can follow up with another video and let's just have a discussion about it. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.